Ms. Carter, can you tell me what the Varsity News Network is on the last page? Set up for championship package. Is that a service?
That's what you hear on Friday nights, that, it almost has like a radio station,
Right.
and that's what that is.
Out of scores.
Uh-huh.
Tell you that. That's called BSN Sports. What is BSN Sports?
That's where they do a lot of their, uniforms for sports. We have several things to share with you tonight. That first report, behind the tab is, the award that the school received, the, Platinum Leadership Circle Award. You have an explanation there for it. It is awarded for financial transparency. And you're awarded so many points for certain things that you put on your website. And that's the highest award that you can receive for financial transparency. This is the second year that we've applied for it and we've received it. So that's good.
I've got a question.
Okay.
Coming out. Is the check register down because of software changeover? The check register on the district's webpage?
I hadn't looked at it and we got it in the team too.
And that is the one point that we didn't receive on the award for searchable check registers. So that's probably it.
Do you know why they're not posting?
I don't know who posted the year.
No, I hadn't looked at it.
Well, I mean, this was before Jackie came to work.
I don't know so much about posting a check register with the check numbers out there. That's really advised against because it puts out what sequence you're in your check counting series, and that's not really good practice. There's a check payment list, kind of what we give you guys. That's probably actually maybe the better thing for us to post out there. But yeah, I haven't looked at it, but we can certainly start doing that.
There's not been an entry since April.
I'll look at that.
And Leslie did apply for this promotion letter, and that was the one point that we only received. Resignations and hirings, have a resignation for Samantha Phillips, West Elementary Kindergarten, and hiring of Stephanie Sears for the same position. And I'll be turning my authority back over to you at this end of this month. There were a couple other things that I wanted to share with you before Martha gives our accountability report. One thing, at the last board meeting, Miguel had asked how much our district had paid in recapture. And if you'll take one of these and pass them around. That's the same information that I shared with him the next day. I realized that print is very fine, so I went down to the bottom of that page and wrote out how much we had paid. And through last year, we had paid $4,414,735. And that's not counting what we'll pay this year. So there's that information. Now, for a little good news, we'll take one of those and pass it around. I went back through our utility bills. I went back to 2012. And I was looking at water and garbage because our garbage bill is a part of our water bill. And when you see the bills each month, you don't see it split out. We have to ask, if we want to see it separately, we have to ask the city for it. But I want you to compare, if you look at 2013-14, which would be a year ago, in July, and look at what we paid, and this is just for the field house. It's on a separate line by itself. $3,638.51 for water. And then this month, this year, it was $291.40. So that's a savings of $3,347.11. The vast majority of that is in the water that we didn't use to water the field. A little bit of it was also in garbage because we've been on a different cycle this summer with picking up our garbage. Now, if you'll drop down to right below that on water and garbage, this is for the entire district. I want to show you what the savings was. For 2013-14, for the month of July, it was $6,710.91. For July of this year, it was $2,076.91. And you can tell by comparing those two that about $3,300 of that was because of the water on the field. But the other $1,200 was because we changed the garbage pickup. And what we did this summer, we dropped down to put them all in just one pickup a week, which was pretty easy to do. But we're looking at this next year, doing some different things with our garbage pickup. But some of our bins are not filled on the pickup day, so we're looking at some different things we can do with that. And I actually think that we can probably save $200 or $300 a month just by changing that up. So it's always good to save money. And what you have stapled to that, I just went through and gave you copies of those bills from those past years, just if you wanted to go through on your own and compare some of that. And I think that's all I have.
Senator, Monday night we had a question about the insurance. Was that you?
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up.
About checking on
Yes,
when it,
glad you brought that up. I also took care of that the day after the meeting. I had filed 21, I believe it's $21,500 claim on the light pole. I went through and gathered up the checks, the invoices and the checks that had anything to do with that storm. It was basically the light pole, the light fixtures, and also we had a couple lights on the football field that had to be readjusted because of that wind that came through at the same time. I talked to TASB and they said that we could still file. And so I gathered that all together and I sent it to them, and right now we have a claim number on that. So we'll see what comes of it. There is a $10,000 deductible for wind. But it's still possible if we can collect on the other, could be, up to $1,200, so we'll see. I'm glad you said that.
and are they, we talked about also about they contracting out the yard stuff?
I have not had time
Okay.
to look at
Well,
that.
that's something that's still in,
Yeah,
still in the
right.
pipeline? Okay. See if that's gonna be something that be financially feasible.
Our teachers and our administrators worked very hard this year, and our scores show that improvement. I think, of course, the district net standard, because of all of our schools in the standard. Mr. Carroll, I'm gonna let you talk about high school.
Well, I would love to take the credit for what they did this past year, but of course I wasn't there. But we met every standard, of course, and we also recognized the two academic stars, or academic distinctions, excuse me, in mathematics and
That was Gary and Skipper.
Miss
Said
Skipper, no, actually top 25% closing performance gaps.
Yeah.
And those distinctions are when we're compared to 40 other schools that based on our economic situation, our enrollment, and our demographics. So it's very impressive to get 2 stars because I know we're not in competition, but there was a school down the road that we know did not receive any academic distinctions. So I'm really proud of that, and I want this to have continuous improvement for the following year.
Action item 8.1, consider adoption of budget for 2015-2016 school year.
I recommend we adopt the budget presented by the administration.
Recommended by Darius Turner. Need a second? Second by Mike Alcorn. All in favor, raise your right hand. All hand raised, except one.
Yeah, I wanted to apologize, Mr. Blackford, meeting. Is that the same as the public meeting that you're talking about? Well, yeah, I just saw where it said budget meeting. I know in the past, or thought in the past, we always posted it as a public hearing.
No, we took it straight off of last year's deal. So it's already.
All right, we got 6-4 and opposed or sustained.
Excellent.
Abstain. One abstain. Motion carries. Next item is 8.2, consider adoption of the ordinance levying tax rate for 2015.
What's the current rate right now?
Total is 1.154599, so it's slightly lower.
1.145.
It's 1.154599. And you know the M&O is going to stay the same, it's 1.04. The INS went down just slightly.
Make a motion to accept the tax rate as presented.
Motion by Mike Alcorn, second by Jerry Stern. All in favor, use your right hand. You got 6 hands raised, 1 abstain. Motion carries. Next item is 8.4. Consider approving a tax educational agency agreement for the purchase of attendance credit.
We always choose option 3. I don't think that one's any less painful than another. It's just something that we have to do if we go to recapture.
Some of these are combining, but that's the $75,000 you have in the budget. What you think it would cost, right? I recommend we approve option 3 for the administration, if we have to do recapture.
Recommended by Jerry Stern that we approve it, and second by Marie Skipper. All in favor, raise your right hand. All hands raised, motion carries. At this time, we take our closed session. We have a closed session.
I don't need one.
Any board member need closed session? Anyone? All right, at this time, we'll go into closed session and ask everybody to please excuse us. The closed session is per Texas Government Code 551.074. All right, we back in open session. The time now is 7 o'clock. During our closed session, we discussed, deliberated on personnel issues. Adjourned, and second by Jerry Stern. All in favor, stand.
Rock and roll.